Hey everyone, and welcome to a special guide episode for Diablo 3 Reaper of Souls, running on the PlayStation 4 Ultimate Evil Edition. In this guide, we're going to show you the Thor's Justice Crusader build. Now, the purpose of this build is good AoE damage, overall lightning output, and is ideal for either soloing or grouping between T1 to T4 with no difficulties. We're going to jump right in. I'm going to show you I'm going to show you the required skills, passives, some of the gear, and explain the best way in order to play this character. Alright, let's jump right into it, and I'll give you an explanation. Right now we're on T3. Torment 3. Starting with the primary attack, we're going to be doing Justice with Holy Bolt. Holy power that heals you and your allies when it hits an enemy. Great for keeping your party alive. And this is one of the main focuses, is Blessed Hammer and Thunderstruck. The hammer is charged with lightning that occasionally arcs between you and the hammer as it spirals through the air, damaging enemies caught in the arcs. This, with the lightning damage, does a lot of health drain on the enemy. Really, really good. Okay, and I gotta change this back to my original. Here you can use, on the next set, you can swap. This one's specifically your choice. I either use Phalanx with Bowman, or you can go with Akarat's Champion and Embodiment of Power. Now, Embodiment of Power increases the bonus Wrath regeneration for Akarat's Champion. So for argument's sake, we're going to go with Akarat's Champion and Embodiment of Power for now, for this video. Okay, moving on. Falling Sword with Parked Clouds. You build a storm of lightning as you fall, which covers the area you land on. Lightning strikes erupt from the cloud, attacking and stunning enemies under the storm. Incredibly good for mob control. Alright, my law that I choose is Laws of Valor with Critical. Empowering the law also increases your critical hit damage. It has a sustained active ability to where, as long as you're using this law, you will have an increased attack speed. As you can see in the bottom left-hand corner. Okay, and I also use Conjuration with Shattered Ground for a healing effect for the party, and enemies that are in the ground also take damage for Shattered Ground. Now we're going to move on to the passives. I choose, now you guys can start swapping some stuff out, but this is meant to give you a basis of what I'm going with here. Fervor. While wielding one-handed weapon, your attack speed is increased by 15% and all cooldowns are reduced by 15%. So if you're using Akarat's Champion or Conjuration or your Law, it's going to reduce the cooldown by 15% on these things. And for the sake of the build, I recommend a one-handed weapon. The build is built around a one-handed weapon. I use Blunt. Because I'm using Justice and Blessed Hammer, Blunt is one of the best things you can use for increased damage to Justice and Blessed Hammer by 20%. Now here you have a choice. I'm using Holy Cause, where the amount of damage dealt with my weapon is increased by 10%. Since my Justice deals holy damage, the second part of the ability comes in. Whenever you deal holy damage, you heal 1% of your total life. So anytime I'm attacked, so if you think about it, Holy Bolt is healing you and the party. And you get an extra 1% of your total life for each holy damage dealt from that main attack. So for sustainability, it is excellent. Okay, the next one is Finery. You gain a 1.5% strength for every gem socketed into your gear. So if you have gear with a lot of sockets and gems in it, there's an increased strength overall. Now, if you choose not to use Holy Cause, a good substitute would be Wrathful. As soon as I find it. There it is. Each point of wrath spent heals you for 825 life. Heal amount is increased 1% of your health globe healing bonus. Now, if you're choosing not to use Holy Cause, this would be a good substitute if you're looking for more life in order to keep you alive for survivability. Alright, so one of the key items, it really doesn't matter for armor and stuff. I personally like using the breastplate of a con because of the 3 slots, and as you can see, you're seeing what I'm running with. That is a completely legit item. Breastplate of a con with 3 sockets, and they are royal flawless rubies. For a 1287 strength bonus. That breastplate packs punch. Now, but the main point is this: the Thunder Fury Blessed Blade of the Windseeker. Because it's a lightning-based build, you want additional lightning damage, and it's the proc. Chance on hit to blast your enemies with lightning, dealing 364% of your weapon damage as lightning, and then jumping to additional nearby enemies. Each enemy hit has their attack speed and movement speed reduced by 30% for 3 seconds. Jumps up to 5 different targets. This is one of the key things for this build, is the Thunder Fury, for the Thor's Justice build. Okay. Accessories. I've been running around trying to collect gold, so I've been running around with a Kimbo's gold, Demon's Animus, my Stone of Jordan, Ring of Royal Vendur, because I have a couple of set items on here. Specifically the Captain Crimson set, and as soon as I get one more piece, I'll have the Archon set. Well, in case anyone's watching, I mean, I'm looking for the boots and the gloves. So, hit me up either on YouTube or find me on PSN for Psychosis 83, and maybe we can work out a trade. Just tell me what you're looking for. My belt, currently I'm using the Cord of Shirma because of the proc. Chance on hit to create a chaos field that blinds and slows enemies inside for 3 seconds. I mean, it's a nice little ability. Okay, but right now we're going to show you what's going on and show you how this works. So we're going to take you into a rift. Show you what I mean about this build. Think in mind again, this is T3. That's Torment 3.
Are you ready? Then your trial begins.
Now this is the Thor's Justice build for the Crusader. Now you see a lot of people online put it very easy.
My rock is low.
This is the best way to do it.
I require more wrath.
Now, for the sake of the video, probably not going to do the whole rift thing there. But I do have another video up on YouTube, so build going through a couple of rifts. So feel free to give it a watch. Definitely check the link for the video under my playlist section. See how this really works out in the rest with a group of forts. But it's extremely effective. That was not intentional. We go showboat a little bit. Ignore that last part. That was not intentional.
Like chaff before the wind. Not enough wrath.
I know a lot of you, I hear a lot of chatter that people are looking for thunderstorms. I actually do have a couple of them. For some reason they've been dropping for me.
My wrath is low. Not yet. Not enough wrath. I require more wrath.
Because this is not my only stock in this one. Well, I hope this gave everyone a little bit of insight about how the build works. My personal main is a Crusader, so that's why I'm showing you. This is my second Crusader build. My first was the Holy Shock. That is a really good build, but until I have my full attack set, to maximize its wrath potential, because I keep the wrath and it takes me minutes to get back. So it's not fully completed yet. So this has a very balanced and it's more forgiving for what you're wielding with it, just as long as you make sure you have that weapon. As you can see, my Paragon is 131. So let's talk Paragon for a minute. Now, for your Paragon allegation, or to maximize in this build, you want to focus on strength right off the bat. Get as much as possible. As you see, mine is not completed yet. What I'm going with is strength. You want some cooldown reduction, but you want critical hit chance, critical hit damage. You want to keep the two kind of even for hit chance and hit damage. You want to keep them kind of one and the same. As you can see, one's 10, one's 9 right now. I just haven't gotten the point yet for critical hit damage. Resist all, that's an obvious. And we're going for resource cost reduction. And then once resource cost reduction is done, we can go down to area damage. But if you want to keep the two split, that's on you. I personally don't like spending a ton of wrath for Blessed Hammer. So that's why I'm going with resource cost reductions to start off, and then I'm going to be doing with area damage, and it's going to make everything that much more powerful. Once I can get it down for as low as cost as I can get it. So that's where we are for our Paragon point allegations and what you should be focusing on. And for that, I think we are just about done here. So, for any other questions, please put them in the comments below. And definitely subscribe to the channel. We will be putting out more build guides. I am working on another Crusader build guide, which is a Holy Thorns build once my set is completed for my Invoker. So keep an eye out for that. Definitely subscribe to the channel and look us up. So once again, thank you for tuning in at Cygen Gaming. So until next time, we'll see you.